Republican businessman Vivek Ramaswamy is running for president. I'm sure you're very excited. He is a perfect example of how the GOP has become radicalized and gone off the rails. Ramaswamy is so out there that he wants to bomb Mexico. Yes, you heard that right. And he says he's going to do it to annihilate Mexican drug cartels and stop fentanyl from crossing our borders. Of course, doing so would be illegal because you can't use the military for the purpose of civilian law enforcement. But Ramaswamy is the latest so-called constitutional conservative who doesn't follow the Constitution and law and order Republican that only follows the law when it suits his agenda. Then there is the problem that Mexico might actually fight back once they are being bombed. Yes, we would defeat Mexico, but do I have to tell you they're still capable of blasting San Antonio and Austin? Russia thought that Ukraine would be a 2-week special military operation too. It didn't work out that way, did it? Mexico could also retaliate by inviting China or Russia to open military bases on our southern border. Bet Ramaswamy never thought that through, did he? Additionally, American military intervention did absolutely nothing to stop the export of cocaine from Colombia or heroin from Afghanistan. What makes Ramaswamy think his drug war is more effective than past drug interventions, other than creating an unnecessary hot war on our previously peaceful continent? Ramaswamy said on day one his administration would shut down the Department of Education and eradicate teachers' unions. Maybe the goal is to destroy education so Americans would be too ignorant to understand the absolute idiocy of his Mexico policy. The New York Times says that Ramaswamy is portraying himself as the new face of intellectual conservatism. If this is intellectual conservatism, I can only imagine what the dumb version looks like. Although his views are crazy, you cannot count out Ramaswamy because he's very rich and prepared to spend over $100 million on his campaign. The New York Times says that confidence is Ramaswamy's gift. Let's take this moment to remind viewers that the term con man is short for confidence man. The con already seems to be working on some Republicans. Bob Willis, a self-described ultra-MAGA Trump voter in New Hampshire, said, quote, "He seems like he knows what he's talking about." Yes, Ramaswamy is rich. He looked the guy in the eye and gave an impressively strong handshake. How could he be wrong? Ramaswamy believes that there is a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of America, being filled by the secular cults of radical wokeism, sexual and gender fluidity, and the climate cult. He tends to reimagine history to fit his right-wing political narrative. According to the Times, his argument that Black Americans did not secure their civil rights until they secured the right to bear arms made little historical sense, since the civil rights movement was predicated on nonviolence. Indeed, the arming of the Black Panthers led to a deadly government crackdown. The Times reports that Ramaswamy accepts the established science that the burning of fossil fuels is warming the planet, but his answer is to drill, frack, burn coal, and use more fossil fuels to pay for mitigation. Isn't that like accepting the science that sex causes sexually transmitted infections, but deciding that the solution is issuing free government passes to whorehouses? Ramaswamy is crazy town. I'm not sure how anybody in their right mind could vote for him. He's also against corporations speaking out on social issues like Black Lives Matter, voting rights, and ESG, or environmental, social, and governance investing. To prove his ironclad commitment to this awful cause, he opened an investment firm that operates like a textbook definition of a sociopath. Ramaswamy's company deliberately invests without regard to societal impact. It celebrates profit, even if it comes at the expense of people or the planet. Joe Camel would be so proud. Just when you think the Republican Party can't get any worse, it somehow finds a way.